guys, what's going on? Brandon Schumann here, physical therapist with Get Your Fix Physical Therapy. And I hear a lot from people, especially people who maybe had standing jobs, walking jobs, movement-based jobs, and start sitting for, whether it's job or just in general, start sitting a lot more because of life circumstances, and then especially driving. Start developing pain could be in the butt area. Commonly, we call this piriformis syndrome, or here called piriformis syndrome. May it develop into some nerve pain or pain down the leg, sciatica type things. But either way, this is kind of what happens a lot of times when we're sitting a long time, and especially driving. I will say most times it happens in that leg that is on the gas pedal, so typically it's going to happen in that right leg, but not always. I see it most often on the right leg, I'm actually going to demonstrate this on the left side. So, because that's ultimately how we want to address one of the specific exercises. So here's the deal. When we have pain in the butt, essentially, with that site or that piriformis area, naturally we want to calm that down. It's just instinct that that's the side that you want to address. So you get a lacrosse ball or you start doing stretches for that side. Ultimately, that's not what we need. Because of that position that hip gets in a lot of times, we don't need to necessarily stretch that side anymore. We actually need to balance things out, addressing the other side, which is why I'm saying we need to address that left side if that right one's flared up. If it is opposite, if it's not necessarily because of that gas pedal, that's totally cool. If your pain's on the left, you're still gonna do this first one on the right side then because of that. So ultimately, wherever the pain is, you're going to address the other side. So what I want to show you is a couple things, one with a single lacrosse ball, one with a double lacrosse ball. Here it is. Two things I really love for addressing these issues. And then there's some other stretches you can do with this, but these are the two I absolutely love to start calming these things down in a fairly quick manner. So, like I said, single lacrosse ball. And I'm going to relocate this camera. So, lacrosse ball on the floor. It's basically, you're going to sit on it on that non-painful side, or what you feel is a non-painful side. You're going to sit on it, de-weight yourself a little bit with your hands, cross over there, and then just kind of dig into wherever is those painful areas. Ultimately, where I really like to hit is right along, so that sacrum, the triangle bone at the bottom, right along that border, and then out here closer to the side of the hip. So you can kind of play around with your positions in order to kind of hit things that way, and then shift here and get things a little bit along more that outside. But essentially anywhere in between there, you're going to focus wherever it's most sore, most tender. So spend 2 to 3 minutes working on that. Then what are you going to do? You can use a towel roll, like bath towel, get a towel roll, or I prefer using 2 lacrosse balls taped together for this. And basically here's the deal. When you're sitting, especially driving, you're in this rounded back position. The back of this sacrum, or your back kind of goes into this position. Ultimately, what we need is it to be more of a neutral or a slightly forward position when we're up and moving around. A lot of times, because we sit a lot, it kind of forgets how to do that, especially because when we're driving, it really forgets how to do that. So we're going to try to just kind of retrain that a little bit. So double. And right here, kind of where you feel like bony spots in that butt, low back butt area, that's where this is going to be positioned, right around there. And then you're literally just going to lay on it, keep your knees bent, and you're going to breathe into it. So you're going to take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, really just let your body relax down into it. And just kind of keep breathing, nice and deep breaths, just letting your body relax there, letting it kind of hang out and relax down. And I say hang out there for like 3 to 5 minutes. It's really not uncomfortable, and it's a good way just to let your body relax, calm down, let things kind of shift back to where they need to. Now, what you can also do, because sometimes the pelvis can get a little bit shifted as well, we can kind of play around with that position with the pelvis. So what you can do, while in that position, just put your knees together, and you're just going to squeeze inward. Hold for about 5 seconds, and then relax. Doing 3 of those. You may notice you get a little bit of like a pop, and that's totally cool if you do. Just means things are kind of shifting back into place. If not, totally fine as well. So try those out when it comes to kind of that pain in the butt area with sitting. See what that does for you. If you need any other stretch ideas because that's not totally hitting it, maybe you're getting a little bit but not completely, definitely reach out to me. You can find me on Facebook, Brianne Showman, or Get Your Fix Physical Therapy, or you can email me, Brianne@getyourfixpt.com.